Hey guys, what's up? My name's Theo. I play middle linebacker for the Hilversum Hurricanes. I live in Amsterdam. Both those places are in Netherlands. Going out to practice later tonight. And so welcome to my channel. I make videos every day of the week, but my Mondays and Fridays videos are always about football. Usually they line up with practices, but we're on a summer break, so the Monday video is just me doing special topics. However, that one will be ending, so the video going live on the 16th will be a football practice. Those usually consist of me just generally doing, waking up early in the morning and getting out to Hilversum and doing what I can at practice. Letting you know, there will be game day vlogs showing up on this channel when the games happen. I do not have an official schedule yet. All I keep hearing is end of September. My Friday videos, like this one, usually consist of answering previous comments that are football related from my previous videos. Then I talk about news and see about anything that's happening around the world of football or within the Netherlands. And then I head on out to practice. So that's that. So practice isn't until later tonight. So there's going to be a lot of time between me now and practice. Okay, moving to comments. I did have a recent Q&A, so we're going to be going a little bit funky through these because I may have already answered them. There are current questions that I have answered in that, that last video. We'll see what's going on here. Okay, so Luke JD Trickshot Master LJ Trickshot, whatever. That's an insanely long channel name. 4 days ago says, wow, this is amazing. Probably love the content, and it's on my channel trailer video. The football uniform suit-up video. Coach Anida says, stop judging. A lot of people love to do it. It's sort of the theme of the internet, I guess. You basically go to someone you don't know and you see something you don't like, so you have to complain about it because positivity is a rare thing, especially in the United States. Tazantaki's boy asks, what is your favorite song? This is from last Sunday. What's your favorite song and game? By the way, I'm glad I found your channel. Also hope that Loki Season 2 is good. Yes. I don't know when that would be coming out, but I just sort of, at this point now, just wait for things to happen. That song changes day to day. I'm back on listening to Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold, but it could just be because the anti-vax folks back in the States. Just, if you listen to the song, you read the lyrics, you kind of see what I mean by that one. Game, that's a really heavy and a very open-ended question because does he mean single player? Does he mean multiplayer? Does he mean multiplayer computer, multiplayer PlayStation? Does he mean real life, single player, real life? Like, game is a very nebulous topic. If you can narrow that down to just one singular game, I'm a little worried, but that's just me. So basically it would be, on the PS5 would be Assassin's Creed, computers, World of Warcraft, phone is Pokemon Go, and outdoors is American football. I wouldn't want to try to play American football on a PS5. Madden doesn't seem like a fun game to play. I also wouldn't want to play Pokemon Go and in real life. Some of those Pokemon really scare me, especially if you read the Pokedex. Muhammad Harris asks, how do you get overseas to play football? Well, like I answered last week in the Q&A, someone also asked that question. I flew in a plane. Flew from Portland, Oregon to Frankfurt, Germany, and then from Frankfurt, Germany, I took a train to Amsterdam. How am I staying here? Well, my husband got a promotion to a new job, and they wanted him on site. So we have a visa, work visa, to the Netherlands, and have been here for 3 years. So, yep. So Damarian Barber says he had a game yesterday, and he lost by 2. Well, that sucks. It sucks if it's a safety on top of that one. But like missing 2 point afters, that sucks. Or missing one of your point afters and then they push it ahead by getting a 2-point conversion rather than tying the game, that sucks. I mean, there's multiple ways to lose by 2. Zane Rack asks, do I miss being in the States? Not as much as I thought I would, which wasn't very high to begin with. He laughed at that one. Austin Hartgrove says, I did not know you were not straight. The double negative sometimes that come out of Americans is very weird. But yeah, part of the channel intro. In fact, later tonight, there's something happening that is involved with me being gay and playing American football, but I will talk about that one tomorrow in my vlog because I don't really know much about it. I have to go film it. Santiago Montanez says, well, he doesn't seem like he plays too terribly much football. I mean, look at his body, bro. I love the fact that guys are watching my suit up video from 2016, 5.5 years ago, and looking at my body and automatically assuming how well I play football. They must have the best, most keen vision on how to look. Prowess of other men. It just, there's always like the lineman that runs track, and there's always like the wide receiver that's a weightlifter. Come on, guys. Just because a body looks one way doesn't necessarily mean it performs the way you think it should. I mean, and then on the suit up video, Sean Emanuel asked a question about a music video and if the person in the music video was wearing a football jersey, and I'm like, no. That is high-end fashion. It's meant to look like a football jersey, but it's fishnet. I mean, anything could look like a football jersey after a fashion just because it's basically fishnet from here, but happens to have like actual like vinyl-y fabric up through here, down here, and has a short sleeve. I mean, is this a football jersey? Especially if, you know, I roll it up like a crop top. Is it a football jersey? It's just fashion. It's inspired by a football jersey, but it's not a football jersey. 9 hours ago, there is an article on AmericanFootballInternational.com. I'll have a link below. It's a terrible thing to type in. You just click a link. It's a wonderful website, but the link is a bit terrifying. The ELF, their season is over halfway done. Or near halfway done anyways, and it will be wrapping up, and the moment it ends and its playoffs happen and whoever gets named whatever the title of the championship is, the ELF championship, people are going to start ruminating on, are there going to be an expansions team from the current 8? I know there's the dramas with Italy, but that still leaves a lot of European countries left. The pseudo-European identity has not been lost on ELF Manager as rumblings have been made apparent. So basically what they're talking about is that there's like possible 4 expansion teams, which are really weird because they put in Holland, and I've lived in the Netherlands for 3 years now, and I never called it Holland because it didn't seem right. They're not Hollanders. I mean, unless you live in Noord or Zuid-Holland, which are basically states. CGB created a wonderful video on that one. I will link up here as to why, but it's the Netherlands. But in their article, they wrote Holland because it's something the British like to say. But anyways, they say here that like the Netherlands, England, Turkey, and Sweden could be various things. Expansion teams. Like you could have like a London team, an Amsterdam team, an Istanbul team, and you know, like Stockholm or something. Yeah, and they're talking about like teams that could be brought up, like the London Warriors, resurface with the London Monarchs, the Koşrams from Turkey, Austria. They say Bavaria here, but that's like, why do we need more German teams? There are already 6 in the 8. Amsterdam. But the thing is, there's already like 2 teams in Amsterdam. Bringing an ELF team would be weird. The Crusaders and my team have honestly sought external from the Netherlands competitions. In fact, my first year here, we went to the Atlantic Cup, which was in Paris. And then, you know, there's Paris and Stockholm and, you know, Italy. However, that's just with the recent thing of their restating of their rules that anybody who participates in the ELF is not valuable to play in Italian leagues or even the Italian national team, and blah blah blah. There is a Dutch linebacker, Tyrone Frede, makes the cut with the Ottawa Red Blacks with the CFL. He used to play for the Amsterdam Crusaders, and then he went to play college at the University of North Dakota. Now he plays in the CFL. Yay to him. So back onto the Netherlands news. Like I said, there is a thing. Our deadline for signing up for this season has passed. That was on the 1st. And so now we're just seeing if there is going to be anything posted based on a schedule, at least a preliminary schedule. Again, the moment it gets posted, I will talk about it on whatever football video happens to be. If it gets posted Friday, a preliminary one, you'll see it. If it gets posted tomorrow, you guys will see it on my Monday video, if it gets posted, you know, blah, 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 all that stuff. The next following video, I'll probably talk about on my daily vlogs also. But it'll be much more in theory about that one. Who knows? There is a thing being filmed at my club tonight. So that is going to be a little bit interesting. I need to get there early, as I usually do. And so, yeah, we're going to move out there. I think since that's going to be busy, we're not going to get much pre-practice talk and whatnot. It's supposed to be pretty sprinkly this evening. Google weather, hour by hour puts me, oh, okay, it's not bad. There's like a little sprinkle at 7, but then nothing until like midnight, so practice should be pretty good. I might put the camera up for any filming, just for myself. I know a lot of people liked seeing that when we were doing stuff, but I didn't last week. I'll try to get some this week. We do a lot of new learning things, but hopefully people will be showing up to practices soon if we have an eligible season, but once we post a schedule, people are going to come back to practice. Anyways, let's get out to Hill for some.
That's a lot of people. Ja, cool. Hey. Ga door, David. Rambo. Dirk. Shit happens. Hey, go, 10 jaar. Staan. Let gewoon op de bal. Down. Good. Go. Hier. Komt-ie. Kom. Ja.
Yep. Dat betekent dat ik te lang niet ben, hè?
Get it. Here outside. Ready. Hello, receiver. Oh, moet nog even. Nou, go. Lager zou moeten doen. Oh, oké. Het is gewoon een soort uitje. Ik weet niet. Jongens, yes! Ja, daar! Die dikke! Die dikke! Oh! Ja, dat was niet die ik bedoelde.
Close and there's like no grass there.
Our first game will be on September 25th or 26th. I mean, in that weekend.
Is that the
Did we get like practice or like friendlies or?
That is.
I will have to see if we can organize something before.
Is there? Who's it
It's
against?
beginning of August. If you want like a practice game, it's beginning.
No,
of
we only
September.
know the weekends, the play week, not the schedule's not published yet.
And with this
Okay, so we know when we're playing, but not who we're playing.
I mean,
Okay, that was 25 September?
25, 26, the Sunday on the weekend.
Okay, the Sunday on that weekend. All right. Hi. I'll clarify that one here in a little bit. Mikhail's back. So yeah, he drank most of my water today. I am absolutely drenched. You recording? Yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah, it's getting dark fast. Are you okay? Shit, whatever. I don't know if you're foggy or if it's just dark. Anyways, so yeah, probably not going to talk much because there's street lights on the walk up there. I have no idea what time it is. But yeah, so you guys saw a little bit of whatever I could. I set the camera up immediately and it was peeking through the fence. I'm sorry. I tried to put some in. You could probably hear us all talking or something. I saw where the camera was pointing. I did a little dance at the end because for middle linebacker, we were just strolling around. I didn't get anything because homeboy from NH News was actually filming most of the time, so that was awkward. I'm spacing out because I mean, you guys can see I didn't spill any water. This is sweat. Exactly like my TikTok's comment said. Skill players be like, okay. Well, yeah, so NH, I will have a link post facto. I'm not sure when he's going to send that to me. If he's going to work on it tonight, awesome. Good for him. If he's going to work on it early thing tomorrow morning, cool for him. But yeah, so that'll be posted and there will be a link below. Come on, sleeve. Come on, sleeve. Why are you putting your jacket on? You have cleats on. Stupid. I'm so glad I have a protein shake with me. I'm so. But yeah, we were doing arm choppy things again, and boom, we were doing the forearm boom boom. And so doing with this arm, they'd hit my forearm, then hit here, and I was like, ah. It was really good. I lasted a fair bit on it, but when I felt it kind of, I was like, no, I need to stop that drill. Anyways, let's work on my cleats. Let's get my cleats off. I brought my, oh, you guys can't see anything. Oh, it's so, we're getting to that time of year. Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. It's sitting on bleachers, so. Tell me you're out of shape when you can balance on one foot to put your shoes on. On a unparalleled surface. Anyways, I'm gonna stop recording. This is too dark right here. Is it better out here? No, it's not. We're gonna have to wait for the street lights. So, according to Hack, we had a new guy today because I'm not sure how it happened. I'm like, so the NH News guy was here. So I'm already kind of in a weird high that I don't like. Yeah. It's sort of like when you have to be on for a certain amount of time, like, hello, how's everything going? And you have to perform, and it's sort of like performance anxiety, I guess. So I had to kind of be on a little bit. I was trying to be relaxed and happy. And this is, but for any of you guys in the States who happen to have played a football game and it was going to be televised, it feels different. So me filming practice is different than a news place doing practice. There goes Mess on a scooter bigger than him. Electric at that. Oh, it's so much brighter out here. The parking lot actually has lights on it. It's not great, but as you guys can see, the sun is very, very waning. I don't know what time it is because when I looked at my watch, it was like 10:04, and then I talked. Don't think I'm gonna miss the bus. Anyways, so yes, we were doing a lot of the hand stuff. We worked on the tippy sled, and then we brought out the Gilman, one of the Bob pop-ups dummies. Anyways, one of those. After that, we were pushing against the sled, shedding it, and then doing the little around the pole, like dipping down to the side, similar to the run that people do around hoops, large hoops where you run around in a circle and you like try to grab the tennis ball out of the thing, but stay running. Anyways. My brain calls it round the outside. But anyways, so yeah, the new guy that was here, I'm gonna check with Hack again. Apparently, he did a lot of Googling for American football in the Netherlands, and the two teams that are near him are Hilversum Hurricanes and Utrecht. It's gonna get dark here for a second, so yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with my voice. Then he found videos of mine about Hilversum. So, kind of riding a little bit of a cloud nine right now on the fact that my content allowed a Dutch kid, he's 19, to make a decision to come at least try American football and perhaps continue playing it on my team. So this was recent. This has nothing to and Hack doesn't know whether or not it was a YouTube video or a TikTok, but who knows? Maybe it was a TikTok. I don't know. I don't know how to search engine optimize my content very well, so I just do the American thing and shotgun. Oh, elbow sore. You guys can't see me. But anyways, so yeah, we were doing that, we're kind of doing some hitting drills, but more some arm drills. I thought we were bringing the pop-up sled out to do like running tackles. But then what you guys saw was a little bit of team at the end. Maurice, I accidentally hit the camera to record and recorded that one. And so, yes, the first game is on 25-26, right here on my shirt. What is the actual date? I haven't checked, but it's the Sunday of that weekend. So you can expect, if it's a Sunday, that will be a Monday game day vlog for you guys. And I will make sure, I don't know where we're playing, I don't know who we're playing. Our field won't actually be ready until the end of October, because the grass needs to, it's very fragile right now. So we may be playing a lot of away games, which means awkward. Who knows? Sunday, probably not going to be Groningen. But even if it's Utrecht, okay. Like, that's still fine. Aaron and I have been out to Utrecht before. That would be weird to have Diego with us and go play Utrecht. It feels like Utrecht's always our first game, though. Anyways. What am I saying? I've had 2 seasons. We had 2019, basically. And then I broke my collarbone, and then, yeah. And then 2020 happened, and that was Utrecht in Rotterdam. But anyway, so fun times. So I do have a game date. I do not have a game opponent. But yes, the new guy found. And like I said, there will be a link below for the NH news. It will be in Dutch. So if you do, I'm after practice. I'm just bleh. If you don't know how to use your browser's translate option, I'm sorry. If you read Dutch, amazing, really cool. If you don't, and you don't want to translate the website, fine. I don't know how the video format's going to show up, and there's probably going to be pictures. So I might see about that one. You guys have to check back on tomorrow's video. I'll have way more information about that one, because I'm going to dissect the article myself. But that will be on my normal daily vlog, not a football vlog. And then I'll probably talk about it on Sunday. Anyways, I have a protein shake and tea and gummy bears I need to eat. And so, yeah, I will check with you guys for football stuff on Monday, and then tomorrow for the people that watch every day, or as often as you can.